This is the weird energy, devious, like unrighteous way that Wavy has of what I don't like. And what I mean is, like, if you read the messages, how he talks to Wise Guys, he shows so much love, but it's like fake, because it's like he's showing love in hopes that Mike will continue to be his manager, or that Mike will continue to give him money. But you see how, like, in the end, when Wise Guys removed himself from Wavy, you see how he starts acting. And what I mean is, I'll put up the clip. JWAVY ends up basically talking like negative to Wise Guys, basically saying that everything you see is a fabrication, don't trust him, he's misleading him, which he's actually projecting, because JWAVY's talking about himself, because based off of the messages, it's not aligning with what he's saying of who Wise Guys is. And again, I'm not saying that Wise Guys himself is just 100% pure gold, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's not, it's 50-50. People are bad and people are good. It's called human, you know? It's just funny how Wavy, like, could get on video and say all these harsh things about Wise Guys, but then he's saying these things about Wise Guys because him and Wise Guys aren't really even tied in or locked in anymore. And to Wavy, them being locked in means that since Mike is not giving him money, they're no longer locked in Wavy's eyes. While Wise Guys, he was more on a genuine tip, meaning that, like, he genuinely liked JWAVY, so he was willing to kind of help JWAVY. Same with Enzo. But Enzo and JWAVY, they're not righteous. Like, they don't move. You'll see he says, like, oh, you know, F him, and like, he's just using harsh language, like F him, and you know, he never, like, he never did this, and everything he says is a fabrication, and everything is, it's like, if this is how you truly feel or know or think about him, why are you texting him and it's not coming across like that? Like, it's coming across like you want something, and then the minute he don't give you what you want, then your true feelings come out. So Wise Guys, you're smart. You know, I tip my hat off. I tip my hat off to you in the sense of, like, you're right. But he basically said, like, money exposes all, basically, or something like that. And he put, like, the cheers beer cup emoji.
I'm only making this video to address a few things, and in regards to Wise Guys in this whole situation, because I get a lot of DMs, but I don't really respond to y'all, and that's because, like, it's too much y'all. So I think I'll just make a video to address everything. One, Wise Guys is not my manager, but is my manager at the same time, because I'm under contract, more on paperwork. Two, I don't care about none of the bullshit he's airing out or trying to throw people under the bus or show old messages of John or whatever the case might be, trying to antagonize me. I do not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. Fuck Wise Guys. Fuck anything they gotta do with them, with him, Mike Arme. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? So my message to y'all, like I was saying, my message to y'all is believe nothing y'all hear on the internet. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's fabricating, he's misleading y'all, he's like manipulating y'all, he's doing whatever he can to keep, you know, some shit of light on his side where people, you know, come and comfort and be like, oh, we're rocking with you, we them fuck them niggas. No. He's the bad guy. He's the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So stop listening to that fat fuck him. Like, fuck you. Alright, I feel like I addressed a lot. I feel like I got everything off my chest. But I just wanted somebody to see this so they can stop DMing me and ask me the same question over and over and over and over. It's fuck Wise Guys. He's a nobody. Leave that bitch ass nigga alone and carry on with y'all day. You know what I'm saying?
And then I'll show you what Wise Guy responses was, and then we'll get to the topic.
It's all about making me look the best. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. Real shit.
Yeah, I just didn't think that
It means that much.
flexing like
It means that much. In this day, 20 years ago, you wouldn't say face tats was the way for rappers. Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls. How many people you seen with face tats? How many people have face tats like this? When was this the wave?
on TV.
When was this the wave? When was skinny jeans the wave?
I don't know.
I just want to make something clear, bro. This bitch ass fat fuck keeps going on stories talking about I'm exposing, sending messages, woo bit. That's not exposing. What really happened was me and
cigarettes. Come here.
the fuck,
I'm scared as shit. Come here.
the fuck.
I'm scared as shit. It smells like straight cigarettes. Just straight cigarettes.
Yeah,
Just
it
straight
does.
cigarettes. Oh my god.
Look at this shit.
What the fuck? I don't want to touch none. Nothing. Wait, come here.
Let's to the bathroom.
Oh my god, it's a bag. Oh shit.
This is nasty as fuck.
Bro, yo. We should watch on the fucking window shit.
Look at this. Look at the door. Look at this shit.
I want the money back.
I want the money back.
No, for real.
Look at this shit. Hold on. Look at this shit. Ma, look at this shit. The fuck?
Gang shit on AC. Yeah.
So they got a mop bucket. So they got the fly things.
The clean lady. That's the clean lady.
Yeah, the clean lady. Yeah, right. This shit, this couch, probably got like 100 dead bugs that got smacked on my mama. He smacked like 100 of them bitches on the couch.
It's a vibe though.
It's not a vibe.
Shout out Wise Guys.
Shout out Wise Guys.
Hey, twin.
Shout out.
Twin, hit me right. Whoa.
This thing is funny. But yeah, yeah.
This Wavy's bed, by the way.
Yeah, it's my bed, by the way. This is Ansel's bed. It's Ansel's bed. He got the best room in the house.
Give me back one.
You got the best room in the
I
house.
swear to God, my dog, Mike, man, he said, I'm gonna change your AC unit. He comes in this bitch, he unscrews it, he says this, I swear to God, just like this. You heard the window crack.
Yeah, I said, what the fuck?
Bro,
I think you don't give I posted my last post because I'm just getting fed up with the whole arguing and beefing with niggas and just a whole bunch of bullshit just for some minor Instagram clout. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit. So, from now on, like, I'm not speaking on this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not over here trying to pop it on nobody. I'm about to just do my music. You know, stay in my lane, stay in my bag. You feel me? People that fuck me gonna fuck with people that don't. Obviously, drama bring a lot of attention, but I don't really give a fuck about it. Like, if it ain't the right attention, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just making this video to let it be known that I'm not gonna be talking about wise guys, or I'm not gonna be with this person, or I'm not gonna be doing this and the third. If a nigga speak on me, a nigga just spoke on me. That's it.
So once Wise Guys peeped the video that JWAVY made about him, Wise Guys took to his story and had a couple things to write. Also, I don't know where I'm gonna fit this in, but Wise Guys, aka Mike, also has like the receipts of exactly how much money he dished out. And I'm talking about from JWAVY to Enzo to Kent Street to everybody, like to most people, to a lot of people, Montasha, a lot of people he was giving out money to. So I don't think he posted all of the receipts, but he posted like majority of it, or maybe like half of it. So, and that's what I have saved. Whatever he posted on the story is exactly what I have saved. So we're gonna go over it, and most likely what I might do is I might break it up in half, meaning that I might specifically take, because like he puts like the context clues so you know which is for which, like what name is who. So for JWAVY's arc, I'll put the PayPal receipts. Then for John, I don't think John had any, but if John does have some, I'll put it in his arc. I'll put the receipts in his arc. If I know Kent Street has one, I'll put some in his arc. So it all depends. So now we're in the text message threads between Wise Guys and JWAVY. So basically, JWAVY's arc, in short, is basically just a bunch of him begging and saying sorry and saying, I love you. This is basically it, but we're gonna get into it and break it down bit by bit. So the very first text message, it starts off like this. JWAVY begs Wise Guys for money over and over and over again. Mike tells him that his company, or the sponsorship thing that he's doing, he can no longer just dish out money just for dishing out money's sake, especially if it has nothing to do with the business that Wise Guys is trying to promote. He continues to beg Mike some more and more, and if you could see, there's like a little black bubble where Mike wrote. And the reason why Wise Guys wrote that text bubble inside the thread that he screenshotted it, the reason why he put his little own 2 cents is because JWAVY, he was going into the Zoom call with John Pata and them, and he was like, oh, Wise Guys wasn't my manager. All we did was go out to eat and eat food. And again, I'm plugger, so I vividly remember JWAVY saying that. So that this is not cap or like a lie on Wise Guys' end, because I do remember it was 2 parts. I had watched the Zoom and I even took notes. So like I kind of remember. I don't remember every single little detail, but I kind of remember the gist of it. So you know, I do definitely remember JWAVY in the Zoom call saying that, like, oh, Wise Guys never did anything for me. He never did anything to me. All he ever did was take me and go out to eat. He didn't want to invest in me. He didn't want to. JWAVY also added that Mike was holding him back as well. So now again, JWAVY begs Mike some more and basically tells Mike that, hey, like that $500 that you was giving me every so often, even though I wasn't saving it and I was just using it on you know, nothing but food and party and drugs and all that, and driving around and, you know, wasting time, that money that you gave was saving me. And so Mike tells him to call him. JWAVY uses his kids for sympathy to try and like butter Wise Guys up so that Wise can give him some money. And this is why I kind of look at JWAVY and I kind of look at him and I kind of see that he has no integrity, or he doesn't have any, I can't explain it, bro, but how he moves is not righteous or right, because it's like all that time, and that's why I always do the comparison, meaning that like all that time that Wise Guys was giving you that money, you were just wasting it. And I bet you in JWAVY's mind, he's gonna say, well, bro, I had no other choice. I needed this, I needed that. But that's exactly what's wrong with JWAVY, and that's what Wise Guys is sensing, and that's why Wise Guys don't want to chip in and like help JWAVY. Like later down in the text, you'll see how Wise Guys kind of like tells JWAVY, like, see, this is why I was trying to tell you to stay home, because, you know, in other words, what he was trying to say is like, that's why I was trying to tell you to stay at your mom's house or stay home where you don't have to pay bills, because then you could just save your money. But what Wise Guys is failing to realize is JWAVY is not one of those. He's not like that. Like, he's not one of those people. He's one of those people that like he lives day by day. He doesn't think for his future, if that makes sense. So, and the reason why I say that is because the tattoos that he has on his face and on his hand, that's why I don't trust nobody with tattoos. You know, it says a lot about you. So things like that. So you can't really help somebody like him. You gotta help somebody that has that integrity, that's not only willing to help you, but help themselves. Because if they're trying to help themselves and you're helping them help themselves by giving them something that they don't need to focus on, they can help you. So that way the relationship, it flows and it works genuinely. But when you have somebody like JWAVY who's really just out for himself, but he wants to help everybody else, but he wants to help himself at the same time, you get this confliction, and that's why you have JWAVY where he don't know what he want to be. 1 minute he's a vampire, 1 minute he's Luke Skywalker, 1 minute he's a thug, 1 minute he's it's night and day with him. He could be Tumblr boy 1 minute, then 1 minute he's a bully, 1 minute JWAVY don't have he don't really, I don't say stand on anything, but he don't really move how he's supposed to, if that makes sense. Mike shows a text thread or like a conversation between JWAVY and John against Mike. And in the message thread, it shows John basically telling JWAVY, which I could kind of sense in John. Like, John's a snake, but he's not a snake at the same time. He's just loyal to a fault, and him being loyal to a fault makes will make him look like a snake, or will put him in positions where he has to be a snake, if that makes sense. I can't really explain it, but it's the channel. John tells Wavy that he's not welcome to his studio anymore because JWAVY was still linked with WISEGUYS when WISEGUYS and John had fell out. And Mike adds on that JWAVY should stop begging. Like, he should stop begging Mike. He should stop begging what's his name, John, because it's not a good look for him. So Mike finds it funny, which I again tip my hat off to the Wise. He finds it funny that now all of a sudden John and Wavy is cool, and Wavy could go to John's studio because they chose to team up and be against WISEGUYS, if that makes sense. So Mike also exposes how JWAVY really feels about Avery. So Mike ends up catching JWAVY in a lie, stating that he did pay for the flat tires, but the tires were never flat in the first place. So he was kind of like lying to WISEGUYS, trying to get more money out of him, being disingenuous. So Mike ends up telling Wavy that he should have just stayed home and tried to save his money, which I just spoke on. And this is what JWAVY is not understanding, that like WISEGUYS really was looking out. Like, he really was looking out for Wavy in a way, because like he was trying to tell Wavy, like, yo bro, just go home, and when you go home, the money that I give you, just save it and use that money to go and pay for the studio sessions or do whatever you want to do. And what JWAVY's not understanding is that WISEGUYS by nature, or Mike by nature, doesn't even like JWAVY's music, but it's something about JWAVY that WISEGUYS likes, so he tries to help him. But instead of JWAVY picking up what WISEGUYS is putting down, he's like looking at it wrong and projecting and being like, oh well, WISEGUYS never helped me, WISEGUYS never did this, but WISEGUYS really was trying to help you, but you weren't trying to help yourself, if that makes sense. Because again, let's say roles reversed and I was JWAVY and WISEGUYS had an interest in me and he decided to sponsor me on everything, I'm saving every penny that he gives me, because then with that money is the money that I could use to build up, is the money that I could use to have ideas he might have. He will feel comfortable in just saying for me to get it done, because he's giving me the money that I'm saving to do it, if that makes sense. But JWAVY, he's not going to catch that. So in JWAVY's mind, he just wants WISEGUYS to be his dad and keep giving him money and money and money and money, so that he could go and spend it on whatever he wants. And then if JWAVY wants to go to the studio, then that's when he'll ask, oh Mike, I want to go to the studio, can you send me some money like a dad? And he wants WISEGUYS to just send it to him. Like, it don't make sense. So I can agree with WISEGUYS on that side, or on that point. So again, forgive me if this camera's looking kind of wacky, because like you cannot see my face right now, but it's because it's like kind of like, I guess the sun's setting now, so I don't know why the camera doesn't have like its own flash. But either way, this is kind of like the ending of it, like coming up to the end of it, so just bear with me. I know I'm looking like a black man in the dark with his teeth out, see? So bear with me, yeah? Can't even see me, but you can see my seat though. You can see me? Oh, is that shadow, huh? You can see me? Look at that. You can see me? Can't see me, huh? You can't see me now, watch this. You can see me? Can't see me. You can see me? Can't see me. You can see me? Can't see me. Yeah, so just deal with me, man. We're almost done. So again, JWAVY tries asking or begging again for Mike to give him more money, and claims that he can help Mike with his goals or careers or whatever he wants. He has, whatever achievements he's trying to accomplish. He also tells WISEGUYS how he wants to go home. And this is what I mean when I say JWAVY has no integrity, because it took for Wavy to be in Florida with Enzo for him to be like, oh, I want to change, I don't want to be around Enzo, he's messing everything up. It took for that, but even that didn't work because JWAVY's still doing the same thing now that he was doing a whole year ago, and I haven't even kept up with the whole Instagram live community since my page got deleted. So I couldn't even really tell you what's going on, or who's the new beefs or who's the new characters. I couldn't even tell you because that whole year I was just focusing on, you know, building myself up, you know, self-development, trying to make money, you know, so I could build my credit, and, you know, doing the things that Wise Guys was expecting Wavy to do. That's what I was doing when I was off the internet. I was focusing on how I could build myself so that I'm able to do, you know, to do what I want and get what I want. So, and like I said, for instance, the reason why it took so long for me to even do this video or start this video or complete this video is because I needed to focus on getting a camera, because to do a documentary style video you kind of need 2 cameras. But the thing about it is that, like, before I bought the camera, I was using my phone, but the phone's quality isn't great like a camera's quality. So even though on phone it might look great, the minute you try to edit it or export it, the quality immediately becomes bad. So like, I needed an actual camera. Now, in order for me to get an actual camera, I kind of needed to stop doing YouTube and try to find a way to make money so that I could buy the camera. And the camera cost like 6 something. So it's like 6 bills or so, and it took me time to accumulate that to buy that, and then once I bought it, I kind of had to learn to work it, and I had to learn, so all that kind of took up time, and then also life and other things on top of that too. So now imagine if I had the backing of Wise Guys and I was able to immediately buy that camera to make that video. Why, I would have already had all this out, and Wise Guys would have felt more content, like, you know, at least people know that, hey, I'm not the problem. Because, you know, JWAVY, even though he posted that video, anybody who's rocking with Wise Guys or who believes in Wise Guys, F them, and he's a clown. You know, I haven't seen Wise Guys done nothing wrong. The only thing that I could say that Wise Guys did wrong was that he didn't 100% clarify what it is, how it is, what he's giving, what he's not giving, how much money he's going to spend, how much money he's not going to spend. He wasn't too specific, but I feel like him moving like that kind of exposed the real characters of John Patta, like how John Patta, since John Patta himself or Jitman couldn't get nothing from him, he didn't want nobody else to get anything from him. JWAVY, same thing. Since JWAVY couldn't get nothing, he kept begging, and then once Wise Guys said no, he goes and tarnishes Wise Guys' name. Same thing with Sideshow Lou playing all these mind games. Same thing with Soul Luna playing mind games. So it's like they didn't really come all the way genuine. But people, they're gonna believe who they most like, and who they most like is the people who they're familiar with the most. But it doesn't always mean that they're right. So that's why I say, you know, shout out to Wise Guys, because he's not perfect, but he's also not wrong. So it's like, if Wise Guys supposed to come and do a sponsor or anything like that, I wouldn't say me, but just in general to anybody, I wouldn't recommend anybody turn it down, because Wise Guys is only there really to help, but it's all about you and how you move. Are you gonna use your money to get what you need and pay for what you need to pay for, or are you gonna be a user and be a clown and try and halfway your ass into situations, if that makes sense? So, you know, tips to Wise Guys, tip to Wise Guys, man. Shout out to you. Now this is where JWAVY gets exposed again by Wise Guys. JWAVY claims that Wise Guys killed his dreams and never helped him, yet he's looking to Mike to help fund his career and to help fund his lifestyle and to help fund everything, with the covering of he's my manager, while also not trying to fulfill obligations that the manager needs him to do. That's why JWAVY's not really real, and you can tell that he's really only using Mike for when it's beneficial. Now Mike ends up helping him, but JWAVY just ends up lying again, and he tries to get more money out of him. Wavy tries to explain why he's broke after Wise Guys just helped him. I don't know if you guys could even see it, but like, even JWAVY saying, like, I forgot, I'm not too sure exactly which clip it is, but you guys will read it and you'll see. But he says something about he's out the Matrix, and even that in itself is kind of weird and kind of like devious, because it kind of shows that, to me, him saying that kind of has like a double meaning behind it. But it's like, it was like more of a shot to Wise Guys, like more of a slight to Wise Guys. Like it's like you could tell he's trying to like use him without using him. I can't explain it. So now Mike shows text of JWAVY lying, saying he was with his kid, when the whole time JWAVY was in Florida, you know, trying to beg some more for Wise Guys to give him more money. So now Mike kind of plays it smart, and he asks questions trying to lay a trap to expose Wavy for him not really being in South Carolina. Now this is where Mike catches Wavy lying. Mike asks JWAVY to FaceTime him so that he can see Wavy's whereabouts. However, Wavy doesn't want to do that and exposes that he only got up early in the morning to get money from Mike, to not really check up on him genuinely. And you see what I mean? You see how like there was a point in the clip where JWAVY was like, oh, I only really got up early in the morning for this. I only got up in the morning because I thought you were gonna give me money, OG. Come on, OG. Because if JWAVY was genuine, he wouldn't. That's not how he would have came. He would have just simply tried to be genuine and you know, stop looking for money. Like he would have, you know. But it's just that JWAVY, the person he is, even if he was to say, oh, Wise Guys, I hope you're doing good, I hope you, it wouldn't even count for nothing, because you could tell that JWAVY doesn't even mean that. So it's like, so this is where Mike kind of exposes Wavy for being fake. He belittles Avery and throws like a slick shot at Wise Guys by saying, I cannot keep doing this to myself. Wavy tells Wise Guys that he can no longer be cool with Enzo and that Enzo must leave. He tries blackballing Enzo. He explains how picky and ungrateful Enzo is. You see how when JWAVY said, I can't keep doing this to myself anymore? It was almost as kind of like he was throwing a subliminal shot at Wise Guys, saying like, oh, everybody's just turning against me. I gotta stop doing this. I need to. But if that's the case, why are you still texting Mike? Why don't you just not text him that and not text him at all and just cut off the people that's bothering you? Wouldn't that make more sense? And so now again, Wavy begs for more money and shows appreciation to Mike for the things he's done. He tears down Enzo and continues to blame Enzo for his problems. So basically, there was a point, or there was a time in the Instagram Live community where JWAVY used to kind of, I guess to Enzo, or I forgot to who, but he used to kind of like sneak diss Wise Guys behind Wise Guys' back. JWAVY sneak disses Wise Guys behind his back. So so Mike confronts him about it. JWAVY speaks and says that he will always be cool with Mike. It's just Enzo. Enzo is his evil eye. He wants to do the best for Mike's sake, so that he could prove to Mike that JWAVY is useful, or a star. Now Mike tells him that JWAVY owes him $80 because JWAVY tries asking for more money, but in him asking for more money, Wise Guys is like trying to like test him to see like, okay, what is he doing with the money, or is he trying to like skimp me, or is he trying to use me? And one way he did that was to see if JWAVY would even give the money back in the first place. Kind of like a test, and JWAVY kind of failed. His response to Wise Guys saying, hey, you need to give me back 100 was, oh, I don't owe you 100, I owe you 80. And then he tries to show proof of something, which I know at that point Wise Guys wasn't really too concerned about, because he just wanted to see how JWAVY would move. And again JWAVY begs for more money. He tries to do it in like a kind of a slick way to see if he could get $200 or however much he can try and get, because the $200 that Wise Guys originally gave him, or Mike originally gave him, he went and told Mike how he used it for diapers and all that. So he starts trying to ask for more money, but he starts coming off pushy and like a little impatient, like, you know, hey dad, get like a spoiled brat, like, hey dad, give me my money, like, you know, kind of like that kind of way. That's why I say it's crazy, because in the past couple threads, you see JWAVY here and there trying to give him like appreciation, like, oh, you know, shout out to you, and you know, you always help me, and blah blah blah. But then he gets on Zoom and he's saying everything opposite. The minute, you know, during this conversation, he gets a little pushy, or gets a little kind of like annoyed in a sense, like, oh, well, you know, he's supposed to be doing this for me, you know, this is what, you know, he's kind of trying to just, hey, I don't care what you want, just give me what I want, kind of. And that's that. And John Patta kind of has the same trait a little bit. Famous Criminals, I wouldn't sense that much, and I don't really think Wise Guys should really be upset at Famous Criminals, because at the end of the day, I like Famous Criminals. Like, I watch his YouTube videos, but he don't be posting that consistent though. But you know how he be like that monotone voice he be using, and how he be describing people. Like the one thing he came up with was John Fatna. So you know that, you know, shout out to him, but no disrespect to John, but you know that you gotta admit that kind of was funny when I had watched that video. So I remember in the clips with the Famous Criminals arc, Wise Guys tells him like, oh, you know, now I see that your channel is a bunch of lies, it's a fraud. And to me, it kind of had me laughing, because, you know, he's kind of right, but that's the style of his content. So it doesn't mean that like he's just a fabricator, like how JWAVY, or like 50-50 how John kind of came off. Like, he's not like that. His intention is to come across like a fabricator. That's why he'll use like words like John Fatner, like even though John is fat, but he'll use words like that to try and like stir that pot to kind of like, so to somebody who doesn't really know the internet, it could come off as like, oh, this guy's just like a malicious liar, he just talks. But I kind of feel like Famous Criminals and Wise Guys kind of got off on the wrong foot, because Famous Criminals, again, like it's the same thing with John. It's like they're loyal to a fault, but the people they be loyal to don't be good people. So and I'm not saying they don't be good people, but they don't have all the way good ways, I would say, or majority of the way good ways. Like they only have that ways for the people that they like and they care about. They don't have it for just in general. So it kind of, so that, and this Famous Criminals, I could give him that, to where it's like, because he knows John, you know, and he kind of is like like within that community, that little niche, he you know, he does little 1-2s. So it's like, I could understand him and John already kind of having that relationship, and you being new, you know. I'm trying to say, it's like I can kind of see it. So I wouldn't look at it as like, oh, Famous Criminals is a bad guy. I wouldn't even say Kent really is a bad, because Kent to me has always shown me love. Like out of all the other YouTubers, Kent and Nelly are the two main people who kind of like always show love, who always like, you know, I can't explain it. They kind of always just showed love. Like they never really tried to get in my way. They never, especially Nelly, some vocal about his support. And up to this very day, his man's waiting for me to come back. So Nelly, if you watching this video, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm doing an $80 giveaway. I'm about to give you I'm about to just put aside 20 for you, so your damn $100 giveaway. I'll be doing that. So I'm gonna put aside, so you know, cause shout out to you, Nelly. You really was like my motivate, like, you know, a piece of my motivation. You kind of was like, and then your channel had gotten deleted, so we were kind of going through like the same things, and but you kind of just, I don't know, but hopefully he gets back on his YouTube grind. But you know, yeah, so out of everybody, so Luna, I could say he kind of was like a snake. Like if what Wise Guys are saying is true, because in order for me to believe Luna, he would have to show the ticket sales. If he can't show the ticket sales, or any kind of excuse that I hear for why he can't show the ticket sales, to me, I would take Wise Guys' side on that. Majority of the things though, based on, because again, I'm only going off of the information that I've seen and took notes of via the Zoom call that they had, and the screenshots that I took from Wise Guys' story. And I took this man had posted like 70 or 50 screenshots. That's why I got to delete it off my phone. That's why I'm trying to hurry up and get this video done, so I could delete all that stuff up on my phone. But he, for majority of the part, he wasn't really kind of, the bad guy, like how JWAVY's trying to make it seem like, oh, he's a liar, he's a fabricator, don't listen to him. JWAVY's projecting, because he's kind of talking about himself. And if you could read the story, like the text between them, it kind of shows JWAVY's character, kind of shows John's character, kind of shows that all of their characters. Sideshow Lua, I would kind of put in the Soul Luna box, along with the JWAVY box. Yep. You want to walk to me? Because by the time you walk to me, I'm gonna be done. I'm in the same parking lot, but just come. You know okay. So you know how they have two exits? You know the first one we came in. You know how they have, if you go walk down a little bit, walk down Avenue to the Mill Basin Plaza sign. There's like another exit. There's another entrance. Yeah. Like just stay on that street. Stay on Avenue U. You see that yellow bus, Amir Transport LLC. Yeah, so like there's an exit. You're gonna see a gray car come out this exit. Just come up that exit. I don't know if you can see it. If you see a gray car coming out, it's like a Camry, Toyota. He's like waiting. He's like waiting to make a right or maybe to make a left. Okay, yeah. Just take Avenue U and walk down to the Mill Basin Plaza sign. You'll see. Okay. I would say JWAVY is looking kind of faulty. I would say Wise Guys beat that. Sideshow Lou, Soul Luna, you know, and just you know, maybe like a few others. But in all, or in short, again, WAVY and the Instagram Live community is not to blame, and Wise Guys is not to blame, because Wise Guys wasn't specific on what he needed, on his requirements to get the sponsorship, instead of opposed to just giving it to everybody. And the Instagram Live community was more or less just trying to use him. And that's all I got for this video. Catch you on the next one. Stay safe, be easy.